Welcome back to the Dugmer Junction Highfield Road YouTube channel. My name's Wayne, and today I'm going to be covering a video on how to improve the reliability on the old Lima locomotives. Now, as you can see in front of you at the moment, I've got a renumbered, resprayed, all that good job, currently on 87012 Lima variant, and yeah, at the moment power is on 12, and even though I put the power up now, you'll see it's doing absolutely nothing. But if I give it a little nudge, it stutters, off it goes, and stops again. Now, I spent quite a bit of time cleaning the wheels and cleaning the track this evening, so it's definitely not a track or a wheel problem. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to improve the reliability on these Lima locos. So, having guessed already, first thing you have to do is get the body away from the chassis. And I am going to apologise now if you can hear any background noise, because my missus is practicing her music, ready for a Christmas gig. But yeah, take the body off, and then you want to remove this little clip off the trailing bogey. And then once that's done, that's the first part of the project. And then what you want to take that away just for now. You come back to that later. We are now going to take apart the trail and bogey, which I'll show you how to do. So they've got little clips on them, so obviously on this side here you should be able just to push those in with your finger. If not, he says, nope, I can't do it, get a flathead screwdriver. There's marks on this, it looks like I've had to do that before. And then just give it a bit of force and it should just pop out. Now I would always just quickly note as well, before you let the wheels drop out, where the insulators are in the back of these wheels, so you know what side they've got to be on when you put it back together. So I can see that the insulators are on this side, so they'll be on facing that way with the hook as such, if that makes sense, when I've got to put it back together. So there's another little clip on this side. This is going to be a pig. Actually, you might not even need that one, actually, because sometimes they just come off. Right, so I'm back. This trailing bogey turned out to be a bit of a pig, to be perfectly honest. But we got their base plate off in the end. I think that the plastic had obviously expanded over the years and made it a bit more difficult to take off. But yeah, it's off. But while we're on the subject of this retaining base plate and obviously the trailing bogey, this is the pickup which sits in the back, which we'll come on to a bit later. Hopefully it gets some focus. You want to give that a clean up. I'm using some lighter fluid with a Q-tip or a cotton bud, just to clean up the contact points on that. We'll do that. And also the little pin as well. I'm not sure how well it's going to show on the camera, but the pin's actually quite dirty. So the pin, I'm going to use my little Dremel with the little wheel on, just to give it a little clean off. But again, you could probably use anything really, like again a cotton bud or whatever, to clean all that off, but I'm just cheating and going to use that. And the other thing, if I can find them, which I did have just a minute ago, which I've put down and now I can't find. Oh, here we go, over here. Now this is the first time it's happened when I've done these modifications, but the spring actually broke. It was intact, or it was complete, so I say, when I took the bogey apart, but I twisted it a little bit and it snapped straight off. So luckily I got a couple in my spares box. Sometimes these can get dirty as well, and cleaning these up can cure issue, but I am going to replace it for a new one. So we'll get rid of those. I'm going to go away and just clean up these bits now, and then we will come on to the next part. So I've just quickly cleaned that little contact strip, and you'll see how dirty that is. So it's amazing really how much dirt they get on them, and that will obviously affect continuity. So what we'll do quickly as well, if I can do this on the camera, get your earphones, just quickly on a slow speed. Just take some of this surface dirt off. And you want to get right in that groove as well. That's because obviously where the little hook goes in to get the power. See, that's a lot shinier already. And switch it around. someone's going to shout at me in the comments and say, oh, you're doing that wrong, you shouldn't do that because of X, Y and Z. Well, I'm doing it, and I'll be interested in what your thoughts are on it as well, to be fair. But yeah, it seems to work for me. And this isn't the fix by any stretch of imagination, but it definitely helps. It's always worth cleaning these things while you've got them apart. Got a little clean. So that's that done. And yeah, we'll get on to the next step now. So get your new spring or your existing spring once it's been cleaned, your contact strip, your wheels. Just put them all safely to one side for a moment. And this is where we get onto the nitty gritty of the video. So also on this, the pickup clip, you could give that a clean as well. It definitely won't hurt. I will do that in a moment off camera. But the next bit is we're going to drill a hole in the chassis and also the bogey. So on the bogey, there's a slight slope there. So I always try and do it just beyond it. So let's quickly do that. This is going to be a bit overkill with a drill, but let's do that now. So there's a little hole there. So for your information, that drill bit size is 2 mil. So just got a little hole there now, and you're going to guess it, I'm going to feed another wire through it. And now what I'm going to do is put the bogey on upside down and going to line it up using the good old eyesight. So just so I can see us over the existing hole. Now you could use a brad or something like that, but I'm going to just go straight in, knocking everything over, straight through the hole. Just makes a little mark on the chassis, look. So where the hole needs to be. So now I'm going to drill out that little hole there, making sure I'm not snagging any wires. Again, you could probably use a hand drill, you know, a normal vice drill or whatever for this. 5-octave for the electric one. As long as you're careful, you're all right. So there goes another little hole there. So that's the end of the use of the drill. So get rid of that now for a moment. Right, so I've skipped ahead a little bit here. There's pieces here I don't really think I need to do on camera, which is pretty self-explanatory and you can do yourself. So you've seen me now drill the holes in the chassis and the bogey. Now what I've got and done now is I've disconnected the wire from my little DCC pin converter board, which I believe is left track. Yeah, so it's track left. And what that is the little clip which goes down and connects to the pin on the trailing bogey. And then what I've done, I've attached another wire to it, as you can see. You have to ignore the colours here. I probably should have used 2 black wires to keep it consistent, but I didn't. I used green. Connected them up, fed the green wire through the chassis, down through the bogey, and then what I've done, I've soldered on that green wire to the actual pickup in the trailing bogey, as you can see there. And then basically what happened is, when you've completely put the bogey all back together again, it's basically what that's doing is bypassing the actual the clip itself. So it's giving you a bit more of extra reliability, because I have found before that sometimes this thing is not great with its reliability, so it just gives it that extra little boost. Now by all means, this is not bulletproof, so please, if you're watching this video and you think it's going to cure all your problems, it may not. I'm going to be completely honest with you, but I'm just talking from experience here. For my last one I done, it definitely did make a massive difference and it did help. Did I get faultless running? No. But did it improve it? Yes, definitely. So it's definitely worth the effort to go and do it, to improve that little bit of reliability. So I'm now going to, remember, like I said, make sure you clean up these pickups here as well. And it might be worth just bending them a little bit as well to make sure they've got a really nice contact on the wheels. But I'm going to go ahead now and put this bogey back together. I'm going to give the wheels another clean. And while you've got the wheels out as well, which I have, it falls on the floor, might be a really good time to just check the back-to-backs on it. I've noticed on a couple of the Lima models I've been using that I've had to adjust the back-to-backs because they've been out ever so slightly, and that has actually impacted the running as well. especially if you're using streamline track from Pico, which I am. It definitely has made a bit of an impact. So yeah, getting the back-to-backs how they should be, it's definitely helped as well. I'm going to go ahead and put this bogey back together now. We'll get it on the track and hopefully we'll see some sort of improvement. Just very quickly before we put it on the track now, it's all connected back together. Just to reiterate, the extra pickup you're putting in is always got to go to track left, and that is the same one as which this clip goes to. So join them together and then put it back to wherever the same connection that is, whether it's on DC or DCC, wherever track left is, they've both got to be together. Right, let's get this chassis back on the track and put the decoder back in, and hopefully we'll have some luck. We have some improved running. Right, so what after seems like a lot of messing about and putting the body and that back on the Class 87, I think we're finally ready for the test now to see if we have an improvement in running. Now before we do proceed, as always, a couple of little caveats. I am going to come clean with you. I have made sure that the wheels on the locomotive are extremely clean, and I have gone around the track as well with some IPA and give it a really good clean as well. So there are two little factors there which could contribute to this outcome, but let's see what you've been waiting for to see if this little modification has made any difference at all. Look at that, see? Absolutely brilliant. So it just goes to show, guys, making sure you've got your back-to-backs right on your wheels, making sure they're clean, especially the old Lima ones or the old brass wheels. Making sure you give the locomotive a good service as well, and having this extra little pickup. All those little things combined definitely help with improved running. I'll just let the 87 come past one last time and then we'll sign off. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button, and we'll be back with another video shortly. Take care everybody, we'll see you soon.